And with Giada, we're eventually just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And they give it up with the ladies and gentle mages, civilians across the multiverse. Welcome back to another episode with Man to Man, and today we've got a juicer for you. We have got Orzhov Angels, that is right. So I pretty much just want to jam every single angel into the deck. What kind of gave me the idea? We got Resplendent Angel, so we got a little bit of life gain, and Resplendent Angel is back in Ixalan. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of focus on a bunch of angels in a black-white shell. So if you notice, we have... Why do we have black? Well, we do have two black and white angels here with the Liesa, the Forgotten Archangel. Absolutely love this thing. It is a legendary, so I'm only running one because it can be a little bit clunky. And plus, we have to I just want to make a bunch of room for just all the angels we can, just because it's kind of a fun deck, and it is still pretty good. Where you pretty much get to control combat with this thing on the board. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you just return that to your hand. Feels pretty great to me. So if this is not relevant in combat, you have other stuff to deal with, like more control type of stuff, because this doesn't really do anything versus like Azorius control. What do we do for that? We've got the early, where you access to the early black cards, and then we have the Duress and the Pilfer. Now Pilfer kind of is like, it's not sexy at all, but target opponent reveals their hand, you just get to choose the card that like screws them up the most. I really like the Pilfer. It really works well because we don't really have a whole lot else going in for the early. There's no early angels, so I really like the Duress and Pilfer combo to get rid of their like big stuff later. Because again, like all of the angels are for later, so I kind of like that. So we got the Skrelv, just one lucky little Skrelv. It is a legendary, so we got one little lucky Skrelv to kind of protect ourselves. But for Giada, this is a legendary creature, costs 2. Obviously, most of you know what Giada does, but a lot of +1/+1 counters on all these angels, and you do get to ramp up into these bigger things, but absolutely love that. Let's go ahead and just kind of do what's like some of the best combos we have. Inspiring Overseer I just kind of like because you can blink it with the Guardian of Ghirapur. But what's like the main thing? We have the Steel Seraph. Okay, versus aggro, the Steel Seraph comes in, and you're gonna, on turn 3, you're gonna play this, and then it has, a 3/3. You're gonna give it lifelink, you're gonna swing in, and then you're going to blink it, and then not only does it come in as a 5/4 instead of a 3/3, but you also have it untapped. Now, there's certain times against aggro where that is super, super relevant because you have to use it to block on the back end, and you still get your lifelink in. Archangel of Wrath, I am running 3 because it's a little bit better than the Serra Paragon and Drana and Linvala, but we gotta run Drana and Linvala, come on. There are certain times where this can kind of just shut down creatures. It is very, very niche, but again, it's just an angel deck. We gotta have some angel fun here. Serra Paragon, I think, initially I wanted to run 4 of these, and I quickly cut it down to 1. It is good, but it's not really the bruiser that I thought it was. It definitely, I don't want to get too crazy with it. Virtue of Persistence, just because it helps against aggro and just kind of helps out for grindier matchups. But Enduring Angel really helps versus burn. We have Hexproof. And then we do get a little bit of a second wind here with the Angelic Enforcer, so that's really, really nice. Boon-Bringer Valkyrie, Flying First Strike, Lifelink, and the +1/+1 counter on the backup really helps with Giada because each other angel you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter for other angels. So that's the deck. Of course, we got Cavern of Souls. We got a bunch of cool stuff here. This is Orzhov Angels. I'm pretty excited about this one. I don't see a whole lot of Orzhov Angels, and I think we can kind of play this. Go ahead and leave me a like. The button looks just like this. Helps out the channel tremendously. Consider joining the channel. You'd be helping me out as a content creator, and I really appreciate that. Get ready to subscribe if you have not already, and without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Ace MTG, how we doing here? This is looking like a pretty gosh darn good start with me. As long as we got a Giada and some angels, we'll be okay. I am also really liking this Pilfer. I know it's not very sexy, but I do kind of like it. It just kind of fits well with like the kind of curve and structure of our deck. If we don't have a Giada, we kind of just take care of the best card in their hand. But let's see if this is going to be mono white or is it going to be Boros. Boros, is it? Oh wow, what is it? Selesnya? Whoa, Selesnya. Okay, that is interesting. So now we got a decision to make. Do we want to go for Virtue of Persistence or do we want to slam down Giada? But let's it's been a hot second since I've seen Catilda, so interesting. All right, I'm just gonna go for Pilfer. Let's go ahead and take away their best card. So Coppercoat Vanguard. Let's get rid of you because yeah, let's do that. With Catilda, now all their stuff they can pretty much make them as mana dork. So this is actually Naya. Okay, so a lot of moving parts here. Adversary, let's see if they tap out all their creatures. They are. So they are. So they're gonna go ahead and creep that up. That is absolutely fine with me because we have this Virtue of Persistence. So they're just gonna, yeah, we're just kind of playing right into us. But I am a little bit nervous though. I don't want to say nervous, but I'm cautious. So the Virtue of Persistence just gets rid of that adversary and gets rid of just a lot of anxiety. We're up 22 life. We only have 2 more, or 1 card in their hand now. But this Catilda, I have not seen Catilda being played in a long time, and I wonder if there's some sort of niche deck that I'm not aware of here. So Warden of the Inner Sky. Take your Scry. And what I'm really nervous about is for a Catilda, they're just going to get like a massive board. I am running, obviously, Gix, so, like, I can, you know, wipe the board. But if they get too big, I actually can't. Like, if everything gets into 3 power or higher, I'm not going to really be able to swipe the board. So I am, again, a little cautious here. Duress is an absolute dead card. I love Duress, but not really good right now. So the only option we really have is let's go ahead and drop Giada, Font of Hope. And we're going to need some good hope here. And we still gotta go for the throat. I'm wondering if I should just kind of go for the throat right on the Catilda right now. Reinforcements. Let's let this go. I'm just wondering if it's like better off. I want to go for that Catilda or the Warden of the Inner Sky. I mean, I think we're gonna have to go. Let's see if they. Okay, I was gonna say I was kind of hoping they would go tall instead of wide and go for the one that already has the counter on it, and I believe they do, so that we can go in for this. This is actually works fine with me. And they can only do the scry stuff to tap as a sorcery, so they're not going to be able to do it again. So we'll go ahead and do that. I think that's okay. I think it's okay. And then we can drop our Liesa. I don't know if I'm sure if it's Liesa or Liesa. I think it's Liesa, but... yeah, this thing's okay. And they can actually go for the, I was gonna say, they can go for a Mirix token as well. This is a neat little deck, though. I gotta be honest. Like, this is pretty neat. So now we gotta make a decision. Do we want to go in for the Forgotten Archangel, or do we want to go for the Overseer? I think we're just gonna be the most mana efficient thing. We could go for the Overseer. We could go for Overseer and just kind of hope that we get like another go for the throw, but that's pretty wishy-washy. I think we're just gonna play it safe and go for the Forgotten Archangel, and this way we can chump block with Giada, and then we can just like, we can kind of control combat this way. So Lunarch Veteran, okay. We're relatively stabilizing the board right now, and if we just go for the Overseer, we're looking pretty good. So Warden of the Inner Sky is going to do its thing, and they're going to be able to do this quite a bit with Catilda out. Maybe we should have killed the Catilda, but I don't know. Alright, so up to the top. And are they going to go in for the Mirix? They're definitely not going to swing. That makes no sense. But they are going to eventually be able to give a +1/+1 counter to their entire board, and that's what I'm nervous about. And look at that. Look at that. We could have gone for Inspiring Overseer, and we would have gotten that go for the throat, which would have been absolutely amazing, but that's okay. We have the Inspiring Overseer, and with Giada, we're eventually just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, because Giada, those +1/+1 counters for each thing that comes out just gets bigger and badder and bigger and badder. And I'm feeling pretty comfortable. I'm going to go ahead and swing in. And I think we're going to go for the throat on this Catilda, just before they can even put a +1/+1 counter on other creatures. Yeah, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. I think that's a little bit better than the Warden of the Sky. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that, get rid of you, and well, that's absolutely fine with me. Okie dokie. Ooh, an adversary. Oh my gosh, thank goodness that we didn't have they don't have a Catilda out, because now all their creatures are not mana dorks. That would have been really, really bad. But even if they do swing in with the Warden of the Sky, which I'm assuming they do, hold on, how many 1/1 counters? Because we can double block Giada and the Overseer, and then we just get our creatures back with the Forgotten Archangel anyway. But we're not going to be able to do that. Wow, we're actually not going to be able to do that because they have a 6/7. We can chump block, but we can't double block to trade. So now we can't even trade. So this Warden of the Inner Sky is a little bit concerning, but I'm absolutely going to chump block here, because now we get another draw, essentially. That feels phenomenal. Yeah, I absolutely want that. So make it another Overseer, and with Giada, we're going to be able to drop 2 Overseers, and look at that. Oh, another Overseer. That's fine. Let's drop Overseer number 2, 3 in hand, and now we got the Seraph in our hand. I would like to get a land drop here, but I think we're okay here. And as you notice, that last one was a 4/3, and the one we just played was a 5/4. So Adeline, Resplendent Cathar, good card, but I'm so glad we got rid of that Catilda. Oh my gosh, if all these creatures were just getting a 1/1 counter every turn, I would be very, very overwhelmed. But I think we're okay here. They can do whatever they want. We can just chump block forever, and again, with Liesa, the Forgotten Archangel, I mean, we can just wall it off forever, I mean, essentially. So yeah, I think all they're gonna do is just do that again. I don't see why they wouldn't. They have flying and vigilance, and this oh excuse me, this thing's absolutely huge. Ooh, okay, there we go. We can actually blink some stuff now too with our Guardian, and we're looking pretty good. So I think we'll just go for Overseer number 3, and this one's now at 6/5. There's our land. We definitely needed that, and I think we're gonna go for the Steel Seraph first, because with the Guardian, I kind of want to blink. Well, I don't know. Do I want to blink for the draw, or do I want to blink for the Steel Seraph to get bigger? I don't think I really care about. No, normally Steel Seraph is the play with the Guardian, but in this case, because they have such a big creature and a big board, I think we're just gonna blink the weakest Overseer, bring back you so that you're a 7/6. Yeah, so that one got a little bit bigger. Let's do that. So a lot of times just blinking the Steel Seraph is pretty good because it goes from a 3/3 to a 5/4, but in this case, I'm fine with this. And if they don't play a card here, I mean, we can kind of get rid of this little Duress that's been staring at me for like 5 turns now. But I don't think Duress is going to be very useful because they're not really running, unless they're running removal or something, but I think slowly but surely we are going to win the war of attrition here. Yeah, okay, cool, awesome. Boon-Bringer Valkyrie, looking good here. If we drop the Virtue of Persistence, I think I kind of might want to drop this. Like, if we just drop the Virtue of Persistence, I mean, we could get our own Warden going. Let's just do this. I know that we have the Liesa, but if they draw into some sort of removal, I think I kind of want to do this. Plus, it's a little bit more mana efficient. It's either, we can only drop one thing. We're not Giada's irrelevant or redundant. Oh, okay, so this just changed the entire dynamic of the game. So, Imitate's Recruiter. Okay. That just changed this whole game up a little bit. I mean, I don't think we're like in a bad spot, but now we're in a little bit more of a neutralish spot. They can't play down the Imitate's Recruiter yet, but I mean, if they get wide enough, I gotta be worried about my life total now here. Okay. Okay. Up the top, so they are going for the top. Let's go for the Virtue of Persistence, and I think we'll probably take the Adversary. That way we can buff up our own board. And we have the white mana to play. And they give it up with the Recruiter? Okay. Troll, how we doing here? Troll, hopefully you're not a troll here. We got the Duress, got some Pilfer. So a little bit of discard action early. Epicure. Okay, no big deal. So let's see if we're playing against Anvil. I would assume we're playing either Anvil or... Well, let's not speculate. Let's take a look with Duress. Oh, wow. So what the heck is this? To end the festivities and play with fire. I guess we'll do the play with fire. But it kind of sucks here because I do have this Inspiring Overseer with the 1 toughness, of course. So I hate to see the end of festivities there. And I'm really surprised they actually used the blood token on a mountain. Okay, a lot of things to take in here. But I think let's go for Pilfer. I don't really care about hitting this, like getting hit by a 1/1 every single turn's not that bad. So I don't really care about the life gain here. So let's get rid of that feels pretty gosh darn good. Getting rid of the Invasion of Tarkir. Looks good to me. Kamanu, then we can go for the Virtue of Persistence. I think I'm going to drop the Overseer just to get, well, they're going to have the festivities. We're going to get it out of the way. I do want to get a draw because I don't have another land drop set up for next turn. So we're going to drop this Overseer. We do get a life, which is nice. But again, end the festivities is going to end our festivities pretty quickly. Yep, end the festivities. Man, when that card is good, it's great. When it's not good, it's dead. That's the thing about end the festivities. If you're main decking that, when it's good, it's wonderful. When it's not, oof. So we're going to make a decision. I'm going to go for the Inspiring Overseer. I just don't think that we are pressured that much to where we have to go for Virtue of Persistence. And then we get into our land drop here. Very, very good. Next turn, we have got double Virtue of Persistence. And like I said, they are going to end our Overseer festivities for the 2nd time in a row. But again, we just have to do it. We got to get it out of the way. We just have to. We're still only down to 12 and down to 10 once they go for Play with Fire. So, I mean, it's not that bad. And now we've even got double Virtue of Persistence. I mean, we have to go for the throw, so we are blessed with having lots of removal versus mono red. So I think in case they drop like a Godric or something like that, and they don't play with fire on my face, which is very surprising. Okay, if they would have played Godric, they would have played it, and like all of the creatures assumably have haste, so I think I am supposed to go for the throat here, even though it's just a 1 damage. I think we're gonna do it. yeah, I mean, I don't want to take extra damage, and all the creatures most likely have haste, so no need to take 1 damage anyway. So they don't play anything, so that's nice. And just looking a little bit, not really ideal in the land department. But as long as we have Giada, we got the Virtue of Persistence. Yeah, it's fine. So they're going to go for Play of Fire on Jed. That's fine, though. That's completely fine. As long as they're avoiding my face, like, I don't care that much. This Kamano isn't going to be able to come alive until next turn. So another Kamano, but these are pretty slow. Turn 1 Kamano does not hit nearly as hard as turn 5 Kamano. So let's go for the Steel Seraph in the meantime. And here is what I really like about the Steel Seraph, is that the Guardian can blink it, and then it becomes a 5/4. And you can swing in with it, blink it, it comes back untapped, and then it's pretty much just golden here. So if they swing in with the chick, I was just going to let it go anyway. I'm not going to really take the risk here, and I think we're looking good. For the Steel Seraph, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do this. And here's what I love about the Guardian and the Seraph combo. Let's go ahead and give it lifelink, because the lifelink is very, very relevant here. Ooh, we delicious, delicious lifelink, and now we go for the Guardian. We're going to blink it, and not only is it coming in bigger, but it's coming in untapped. And coming in untapped, obviously in this type of matchup, is just like peak what we need. So Felden. I think I will block with the Guardian, not the Steel Seraph, with the Guardian. If they want to trample over it, it still dies. And they get to dig deeper into their deck here, but I don't really care. Ooh, nothing. So not even a Monstrous Rage. I think we're looking good here. We got 2 creatures. We got 14 life. We got some lifelink going on. We got some removal. I don't see how they're going to be able to get out of here. So here, we got it. I'm feeling very, very comfortable here. And it feels so good beating mono red. Always does. But if we go for the Boon-Bringer Valkyrie, we can give this thing a lifelink. And then the Seraph itself can give itself Vigilance. So I guess we'll just go ahead and give it lifelink. Screw it. I mean, I guess we can just go ahead and do that, because I kind of want to go for the Enduring Angel a little bit, but I also want to go for this Paragon. Yeah, this Enduring Angel makes sure that we can't get burned, and it does have double strike, so maybe we should have just dropped the Valkyrie. Yeah, that was kind of dumb. That was kind of dumb on me, but I don't think it's gonna matter. Probably should have given it to the Seraph and then give itself Vigilance, because it would have given itself lifelink, but shh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Mono red, the bad guy goes down. Dude, how's it going? Dude, you're on the YouTube. Let's go. Alright, I got Cavern of Souls. Let's call it Angel. Let's do the gosh darn thing. Feeling pretty good. Got Giada and then the Archangel of Wrath. If they don't kill our Giada, we can get this down early. Or do we wait for the kicker? I don't know. Most likely we're gonna have some sort of interaction, so whenever I see the Proving Ground, those type of triple lands there, the triomes that are not really called triomes, I just assume it's going to be a Traxa. So yeah, I think we might as well just go for the Archangel of Wrath. Let's go ahead and just do this. Boom. If they want to go for the Leyline Binding, they're gonna get, well, I don't want to say punished, just because they can still do it. So Herd Migration, there we go. So this is going to be full-blown Atraxa. Kind of sucks, because these type of matchups, they're very, very linear. We're pretty much just racing as fast as possible before they get into either Sunfall or Atraxa. So we actually have a pretty bad matchup here, so hopefully we can kind of speed it up here. So Steel Seraph, I don't really want to tap out. I kind of want to go for the... It's close, but I like the Boon-Bringer Valkyrie because we do get an extra +1/+1 counter here. And with Giada, for every +1/+1 on an Angel, we get more +1/+1 counters. So that's kind of why I like the Valkyrie here. So 18 life, this is going to be hard, though. There's a Leyline Binding. As long as they don't have Sunfall, I mean, we're looking pretty okay. I think I am going to commit to the Steel Seraph. We just have to be aggressive. So there's a Skrelv. Okay, so we can actually put down the Skrelv here, just in case they have, like, more, like, removal. Or we can tap the Steel Seraph for 6. But the problem here, yeah, that is tempting. That is tempting. I think we're going to go for Skrelv, because the problem with the Steel Seraph is it doesn't make a difference in terms of, like, the amount of turns it takes to swing for lethal. So if we drop this for an extra 2 power, that means we're not swinging in with Giada now. Yeah, I think we're still just better off just swinging in with Giada now for an extra 2 power for the right now. And then we're still presenting with lethal if they don't have Sunfall. If they've got Leyline Binding, it just becomes closer. So Herd Migration, okay. like I said, with Atraxa and creature decks, we just have to kill them as soon as possible. And at Topiary Stomper, we're looking good. No more removal means we're looking good. And Skrelv, and they're just tapped out. They can't even block with the Stompers either. And that's just going to be it. So 5, oh wait, it's not going to be it. Oh yeah, they had Herd Migration. Okay, so, I'm definitely swinging all. I'm just trying to think. With Inspiring Overseer, let's see if we can draw into something here. Because obviously, there's still the land. Even if they were to clear the board after this, okay, well, that works. Archangel of Wrath, we're not going to be able to do that until next turn. That's okay. That's okay. Let's at least just do all what we can. And even if they drop Atraxa or Sunfall, it doesn't really matter because we're going to be able to go for the Archangel of Wrath next turn and just kick it into their face. So, yeah, let's go ahead and swing in here. And do I want to take Skrelv? It doesn't really matter. It's either Atraxa or Sunfall. So we might as well swing with Skrelv. They're not going to be going for... Yeah, Skrelv doesn't make any difference if we hold it up for the spot removal. All we're worried about is the Archangel of Wrath. And like I said, you can drop your Atraxa. I don't care. You're not going to be able to swing in with the Atraxa's lifelink, and it's not going to matter. Not going to matter. Do what you want. The only thing that could save them really, truly, is... The only thing that could save them would be a Sunfall and a Make Disappear. 1, 2, 3, 4... No, they can't, because they only have 6 mana, so they can't even do that. Drag to the bottom. Oh, that's actually kind of nifty. Not a Sunfall, but it does not matter. Archangel of Wrath, and perfectly just tapped out here. I guess they could go in for a Make Disappear, but we get it to go Archangel of Wrath, and they scoop it up. Eppo, how we doing here? Welcome to the show, Eppo. All right, we got the Giada, and we got this Make the Rest. Let's see if Make the Rest has not been pulling a ton of weight, so let's see if we can make use of it. Oh, let's go ahead and get rid of Gix's command. I mean, the Go for the Throat actually is really nice. We have the Steel Seraph. I'm assuming they'll, just kill the Giada as standard, but we have the Steel Seraph, and they're going to have a hard time with that, so that feels pretty freaking great. Yeah, let's just drop the Giada. We got the Inspiring Overseer and the Seraph, so we'll go ahead and make their lives a little bit harder than it needs to be. See if the Greedy Freebooter... I'm a big fan of the Greedy Freebooter. The Greedy Freebooter. I had a poll up on my community tab about who was better, Shambling Gas or the Greedy Freebooter, and Shambling Gas won, like, pretty handily, but I think it's pretty close. Like, I think that Scry helps out... I don't know. I think I lean towards the Freebooter, honestly, but let's go for Angel, and again, I can go for the Overseer. I know that they're going to have the... we could have dropped the Seraph, because that we get around the Go for the Throat, which I was kind of gloating about, but I think I'm okay with this. Deep Cavern Bat, that sucks a lot, so now I'm not okay with this. So usually I'll have to Go for the Throat on the Bat, but I just lean, if we don't have another threat in our hand, I kind of lean going towards the Draw Power. So definitely comes back to bite me on this one, because they're going to take the Bat, they're going to take our Seraph here, and they can still go in for the Go for the Throat on the Overseer. Kind of strange that they don't attack, because I'm not blocking. They would just get the Scry and a creature token, so... So that double... Well, they're definitely not going to be blocking, right? Can't really go for the Throat effectively here. I think we're gonna swing in. I guess it's not really... Because they swing in, they get lifelink. Whatever. I'm going to end my turn here, though. If they want to use that Go for the Throat, now they're a little bit awkward, though. If they want to use that Go for the Throat, they are going to be a little less mana efficient, and they go for the Shelly, then we just have our own Go for the Throat, and life's okay. Life's okay. That is what I like about Duress as well. Just getting... Sometimes, even just looking at your opponent's hand, and just understanding the sequencing helps a lot as well, because I would be tempted to go for the Throat on the Bat, whereas now we can just get rid of the Shelly, and the Shelly is much, much more of a threat. So, I mean, we can go for the Paragon or the Resplendent Angel. We have a Giada. We do have Giada for the Serra Paragon to kind of scoop up. So, I think we'll keep the Paragon. We'll keep Paragon kind of tucked away. Let's go for Resplendent Angel, which honestly, unless we can buff the Angel up with another land, which is very, very possible. So go for the throw on the Angel, that's fine. No big deal. We knew it was coming. But now we can go for the Serra Paragon and then scoop something else up. We can go for Giada first, and then hopefully if they're out of removal, we can just keep scooping and scooping and scooping. But before we do that, because again, with the Paragon, I want to make sure that we can play something with her immediately. So let's go for the throw, and then we can go in for the Steel Seraph right now. That feels pretty gosh darn good. And now if they got go for the throats, obviously we are the Seraph. We are completely okay. I'm going to go ahead and give it to this Overseer. And do we want to give it lifelink? I don't think Vigilance is that relevant because I'm not blocking with it. So I think lifelink is the only other option that makes sense. Yeah, because I'm not blocking, so Vigilance is dumb. Let's just take the life. Sure. The life could matter. This is like kind of a grittier, grindier matchup, so the life could definitely be relevant here. Fanatical Offering. Okay, so here's one of the situations where Shambling Gas would be kind of maybe better. Because they have the Overseer, but again, that Scry. The Scry is so good. They could get rid of the Overseer with the -1/-1, but then they wouldn't get the treasure. So, I don't know. I'm kind of maintaining my position on the Freebooter is better than Shambling Ghast. Again, it depends on the format. If you got like a lot of Llanowar Elves and stuff like that in Explorer, I could maybe see where it's a little bit closer, but there's no Llanowar Elves, and there's not a whole lot in Standard right now. So let's go for the Seraph. Not for the Paragon. Again, I guess we're just going to go for lifelink here. Swing in, take 5. With the Paragon, we can get a Giada. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. We also get around the Grixis command this way. So Paragon comes out, and we can go ahead and for Giada. And next turn, we can get the Resplendent Angel as well. And again, though, I really like the 3 power here. If they do have like Grixis command or something, we are gonna at least keep the Paragon. But that's like worst case scenario. They might just chop like a, like a Phyrexian Flesh Gorger or something like that, and we fly and we don't even need it. Jeez. Publius, how we doing here? Looking good. I mean, we don't have the Shattered Sanctum, so we can't really come and tap, but because we're on the draw, I'm not as worried. But we're on the okay, there we go. See, never even worried about that. We dropped Shattered Sanctum turn 1. Turn 2, got the Swamp, never a big deal. If I was on the play, I would definitely mulligan that. It would just be not nearly as appealing. But because we're on the draw, we can kind of get away with that kind of stuff. Alright, so the Essential of the Sun, we're looking pretty good. I wonder if I want to go for the Throat. I think we're just going to have to go for the Throat. Playing Giada feels okay, but Giada does not help us ramp up into any of our bigger creatures. Like, we only have 3 drops, so, and we're going to be able to play that next turn anyway, so pretty easy decision to go for the Throat here. Depending on what they play, most likely, like, I'm just gonna go for the throw on the Essential. Oh, Adeline. Oh, that's so bad. Well, we have to do it now, because we don't want them to get an extra 1/1. And this really sucks, though. They're gonna get a +1/+1 counter on the Initiate, and the Essential is going to give them a +1/+1 with Trample and stuff like that. So, very, very yucky, but we're on the draw versus Boros, so it's gonna be very, very hard. It's gonna be an uphill battle. But here we go. At least we got the Steel Seraph, so we can get life. This is the best thing ever. You have versus aggro. You have this. You swing in for lifelink, then you go for the Guardian. You blink it. You get your lifelink. It comes back in, bigger and untapped, and that is a very, very good tempo swing. So hopefully they don't have like a lightning strike, which is kind of like a big ass. They still have 3 cards in their hand. I'm sure they're packing some sort of removal. Wow. Okay, so the Knight Errant of Oss. Okay, that is fine. Better than it could be, because if they would have swung in here, I would have just, like, crapped my pants. Warden of the Inner Sky. That's okay. I mean, okay, we got a little bit of a chance to breathe here. Let's call it Angel. It is tempting. We could go for Pilfer. Man, I don't know. Should we go for Pilfer and Giada, or just go for a singular Guardian? Oh, man. I think we're going to have to go. This is more mana efficient. I think we're going to have to do this. Let's go for Pilfer. Take away their best card. And the adversary is just going to bump up their whole board. I know that they get a, they get a chance to do this. I think we're just going to have to do it. So for the Seraph, I think I'm just going to take... The problem is, we go for Vigilance, they still have removal. But if I go for Lifelink, they just remove Giada, maybe? Kind of a wishy-washy spot. I'm not sure if I should have went for Lifelink there. The Get Lost makes it very, very awkward. So Get Lost... Okay, so they're going to hit the Seraph anyway. Yeah, because we went for Vigilance. If we go for Lifelink, do they hit Giada instead? I don't know. But I'm not too upset about keeping Giada here. So they're going to get trained. This is just going to be a rough... This is just like a rough matchup. We're on the edge of our seats here. Oh, okay. I don't think I can really find a way to block here, though. Because the Essential of the Sun, yeah, they're going to go with that. Not good. I can't chump block. And then we're going to go, what, down to like 5? Yeah, 5. Oh, my goodness. Okay. If we draw into a untapped land, we can drop the... okay, well, okay, Virtual Persistence is decent. We just gotta get rid of the Seneschal of the Sun. Okay, at least puts a little bit of hope on the board here. Get rid of you, gain a little bit of life. And, let's... Resplendent Angel. I guess we'll just go ahead and do this. I guess I could have attacked first, but... whatever. The way they're gonna win, the way we win this match is gonna be we're gonna stabilize the board or not. It's just gonna be pretty much that simple. I could have swung with Giada as it does have Vigilance. I kind of forget that it has Vigilance sometimes, but either way, this is just gonna be the move here. And they are holding up priority, which really sucks because I have a feeling that, come on, no more removal. You have one more card. No, get lost. Oh my goodness. All right, well. Okay, we still have Giada. We're just gonna have to chump block. Ugh. Gross. Yeah, we're just gonna have to chump block here, and then we're gonna have to get some sort of like lifelink. We're gonna have to either get lifelink or removal. And Serra Paragon, we can only play one card here. No lifelink, yeah. No removal, no lifelink. No bueno. Yeah, let's give him a good game. GG's. Camera roll. Okay, so we actually kind of goofed this up. I didn't, for some reason, it wasn't recording. I thought I clicked it. Maybe I'm just dumb, but either way, I didn't get to... Usually I kind of like try to show you the hand and then if I mulligan or not, but it's not that big of a deal. Either way, we got camera roll in here. We're in. We got our starting hand, and let's see what we got. So Epicure. I'm assuming Boros? Man, Boros is such a brutal... We have a hard time with Boros. We do have a lot of lifelink, but... They get so wide that it's so hard to deal with. And it's either Anvil or Boros. Epicure, so okay, so it's gonna be Boros. Hopefully we can get our revenge on Boros. You know, they call it Bore-Us for a reason, but let's go ahead and get our Steel Seraph out here, just so that we can get some lifelink action. We'll call lifelink even though we're not attacking, but we'll give you an idea that we are not going to play dead or on the Boros. Lethal Demolition, yeah, gosh dang it. This is what they do. So the frontliner, and okay, so they're actually, this is okay. I mean, they don't have anything else, and we've got a lot of life gain. So if they don't have like an Imidane's Recruiter, if they don't have the Knight, the Convoke Knight, I mean, we might be looking okay here. I think I'm gonna go with the Paragon. I want to go for the Archangel of Wrath, and I think I'm gonna go lifelink because if we don't go lifelink, all these 1/1s. I mean, it's better to get the lifelink for 3 than it is to block a 1/1. I guess it could be a 2 with the frontliner, but it is what it is. Okay, we're not getting too much damage through here, and we're gonna have a lot of lifelink, so I'm actually not that worried here. Let's do this, and I think we're gonna go. Yeah, 13's not that bad. 13's not that bad at all. And if we go for the Valkyrie or we go for the Archangel, I think we're gonna go for the Valkyrie because this itself has lifelink, and then we get another instance of lifelink. Yeah, it feels pretty good. So let's go ahead and put that on the Paragon and give the Seraph lifelink. And now we've got 7 damage here. 7 for lifelink. Boom, I'm swinging in. I am not going to block you out here. And we might just beat them to the punch. They have 10. We've got lethal in the air. We've got a first strike in lifelink. Well, they're an epic here. This game's over. Okay, so that feels really, really good. We get our revenge on Boros. Rick 17. How we doing here? All right, let's go ahead and keep this. Looks like a decent hand to me, so we'll go ahead and keep it. Start off with our Restless Fortress. Restless Fortress. Cards kind of grow on me a little bit, especially a deck like this. You know, it can come in handy. Tenacious Underdog. I don't really love seeing Tenacious Underdog. I don't have a whole lot of ways to deal with it, honestly. Permanently, I don't have any exile in the deck here, so let's go for Giada, and maybe we can just like, you know, build up our board and just kind of get a better board, because this looks like to be Golgari mid-range. So they're swinging in. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just let you go through. That's fine. Virtue of Persistence. Man, maybe I should have went for Pilfer instead. So hindsight's always 20/20, but let's go for the Duress and see what we got going on here. So, oh, a double whammy. Double whammy. We really should have went for Pilfer a turn early, but at least we can get rid of the Shelly. So now I'm going to stare down 2 Tenacious Underdogs, but it's okay. Do I want to go for the Archangel of Wrath? I think because they only have 1 unknown card in their hand, I would be a little bit more apt to go for the Virtue of Persistence, but because they can just blitz it in anyway, we're just going to have to go directly in for the Archangel of Wrath. I'm not going to be able to kick it or anything like that. They're swinging in. I guess we'll block it. I mean, this isn't mono red. I mean, they can't buff it. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. The only thing I'm worried about is the Virtue of Persistence because it has. Oh, no. Yeah, I guess that was a little bit more obvious just because they have. Yeah, I mean, it has 4 toughness, so that would be the move there. Maybe I should have been a little bit more cognizant of that. But the Enduring Angel, okay, go for the throat. I guess it's better than a Virtue of Persistence. Got our own go for the throat, though. And, you know, we might even beat them to our own Virtue of Persistence. So we have to go for the throat as well. If they go for the Restless Cottage, we do go for the throat. And I think that they're aware that they want to, that we're kind of, ooh. I was gonna say, I think they're kind of aware that we are racing toward the Virtue of Persistence. The only problem is that I know that they probably have Tear Asunder. But we do get the Cavern. All right, I'm gonna call Angel. Does not really matter for right now. So let's go for the Virtue of Persistence. Okay. They can dig deeper into their deck here, and they can kind of remove stuff with the Cottage here, so this is not... Ooh, whoa, really? Really? Hold on. Why are they making 1/1s? I think, wouldn't they... Should they want to draw? Let's go for... Yeah, that's fine with me. What's in my graveyard? Some Angels, but I think I kind of like Shelly, though. We could also go for the Archangel of Wrath to tap some stuff for damage, but I'm going to go for Sheldra. Sheldra just kind of gets rid of either Glissa or the Ashiok. I mean, so we win the race. I would have thought for sure they took the Ashiok and just drew, and then they were just looking to like get into the Virtue of Persistence. But if I can beat them for the Virtue of Persistence stuff, I mean, okay. So I think we're just gonna pass. Let's hold still. We gotta go for the throat. They don't have a hand, so Pilfer's dead, unfortunately. Hopefully they don't draw into a land, which it doesn't seem they do, because they definitely would have just slammed the land, bah. And going for the Virtue of Persistence. And I'm not worried about Glissa here, so let's go for the throat. Bang. And then we take it. Curtains, baby.